nasty. I went with Eddie, one of my good girl
who loves Janet too.
Yes, who loves Janet too. And we got our tickets early, like when they first came out. We got our tickets. We was ready. We was on the floor, second, like at the floor number 2, ninth row. And then Nelly's gonna be there. Everything. I wasn't sure what to expect with Nelly. I was like, "Ooh, Ashanti's pregnant. Hopefully, we don't miss him on the show." Because last year was Ludacris, but Ludacris had a prior engagement. I think he was getting a star, and we had got Lil' Kim, and she did okay.
Yeah,
she did okay. And we went. We in the parking lot having our little Janet moment or whatever. We go to Chickies and Pete's, because that's where, not Chickies and Pete's, Xfinity Live. A lot of people go to Xfinity Live to go there, have drinks and everything. People's in there, the vibe was cool. And me, talking to every person I know that's black. You gonna go see Janet? I know that's right. That's right.
That's right.
I met some people from Atlantic City, and we was just having a good conversation. And then I noticed this lady. She had on a green dress. She had on glasses and earrings. She was all decked out, and her friend was sitting there next to her, and she had on purple. I remember she had on black hair, and they was just chilling. And I was like, "Oh, I want to say something to them," but something said no, leave it alone. I was like, "Well, okay." Then somebody's grandmom came over at the table. We talking to her. She was going to the show. She was a white lady. Then a black lady came over. Then a white man came over, and he was just saying how he lives in D.C. and this is his only time to come, so he came. Like, I was just talking to everybody. Then we done. We paid for the dinner and everything. And I told the girl in the green, I said, "You looks good. You looks good." And then the girl says, "I'm going to give you a hug." And I'm like, "What? Give me a hug? Why?" So she was like, I know you. I know who you are. I watched your videos. And she was just saying how our videos got her through a dark time in her life. And Mikkel, she said she would watch our videos, and she was living in a storage unit. And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah." And then once she said that, Mikkel, I don't even know, like everything else, whatever I said, I couldn't get my mind off of living in the storage unit.
Wow.
And Mikkel, and she was like, she's like, "Kevin, do not cry. It's all right. I'm fine. Blah, blah, I'm in a good place now." But I was just like, no, like, and it just reminded me of times when, people always say like, "I lost somebody," or your videos did this, or "I was in college," and like you always hear when people, different parts of people's life where they interact with you,
right,
or your videos, and where they were in life. But I never heard a story like that.
Like that, wow.
And that one impacted me. I couldn't stop crying. I cried a good 20, 25 minutes ago. I just could not stop crying, and I just couldn't fathom being in that situation. I'd be like, damn, I've had some times where I'd be like, damn, rent going to probably be late this month. But I've never had to worry about where I'm going to live.
Right.
Right. So it just, that moment right there, it took me out for a little bit. Like, I didn't, like, when I got in there, Mikkel, I didn't look for no Janet merchandise, like no shirt, no hat, no hoodie, no nothing. All I could do was go to my seat.
She was coming to the concert too, right?
Right. She was going to the concert
too.
Thank
God. So that lets you know she's in a better, you know what I mean? In a better place, in a better circumstance. Wow.
But that shit, it fucked me up, Mikkel. It really did. Because I wasn't ready to hear nothing like that.
You know what the beautiful thing about that story is when people are open and honest to let you know, like, hey, this is what I was going through in my life, and this is what you guys helped me get through that. And have you ever found yourself clicking on something and watching it, and before you know it, you're watching something else and you're watching something else? Mm-hmm. That's kind of like how I am sometimes on Instagram, which sometimes I be like, Lord, get me off this app for a few hours. That's why I'll be missing my shows and everything because I'm so consumed with Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But you find yourself watching, and before you know it, you done spent an hour, 2 hours, and I know now that's what a lot of people do with us, and not just us, with other bloggers as well.
Mm-hmm.
You watch or you listen to somebody that you like, and before you know it, you're clicking on the next thing. You're clicking on the next thing. I'll never forget. That's what Tamar was telling us that she was doing that time
when she was in Japan.
When she was in Japan and discovered us. She was just clicking on one video and then started clicking on the next one and clicking on the next one. It's a beautiful thing, and I just really, I don't think about things like that a lot. But when I do hear stories like that, I just thank God that I'm in a position where I can take somebody's mind off of something that they're dealing with for an hour or however long it is that they're watching the videos, because you really don't know, and I said this before, you just never know what somebody is going through. And it's so sad because a lot of people don't talk about their trauma, or their struggles. Remember I was telling you about my neighbor who had committed suicide. And it's like, it's a beautiful thing when you know that someone lets you know, hey, you got me through this, or I was living in a storage unit, and while I was living in that unit, I was able to watch y'all and watch other people, and y'all and the other people who I was watching, y'all got me through what it was I was going through. Mm-hmm. So I just thank God that, even though I don't often think about it, I just thank God that I'm able to do this and be a blessing to somebody who is going through something that I'm just like, I have no clue. You know what I mean? Because everybody's going through something, and it's so sad when you hear about things like that, because you say, oh my God, I can't even imagine going through this, or I can't imagine me having to endure that. But I just thank God that we are there to keep people afloat and just be that that voice for them.
Yeah,
or that source of entertainment, rather.
Yeah, that thing. Ooh, it just tore me up.
But look at God, because now she's in a better place, and she's at Janet Jackson enjoying Janet, and look at God. God is good.
Yes, He is. And we so we get in there. I go straight to the floor because I know one thing about a Janet show, it's going to start on time. So if it says 8:00. It starts at 8:00, or the opening act is going to be on that stage at 8:00. And Nelly was on that stage like 8:00 and 30 seconds. Okay, and first of all, the people around us, like, I've met a group of sisters, 5 sisters. They were from Jersey, nice girls, but they looked alike, but we was just having conversations. But I felt so bad for one of them because she's like 4 feet. 4'5" or some shit. Probably a little bit tall. I'm probably exaggerating. But
midget height.
Yeah. One of the girls came in. One of the girls, and I mean, because I don't want to disrespect her because she knew who I was.
Who?
But
Which one?
The one that came in.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the girls that came in stood in front of us. Had to be 6'5". I felt so bad for her.
For the 4 foot for her.
Yes. But then again, when I'm looking to my left, I still see this big one.
Well, you should have put her on your shoulders. You didn't feel that bad. Say, here, get on my shoulders.
I was like, if you wanna come on over a little bit during the show, just let me know.
She said, I'm fine.
Yeah, she said, I'm fine, it's all right. No, the fuck you're not. You done spent all of this money
to look at somebody's back.
Right.
Somebody's wide back.
And it was.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let me show you.
That's pretty tall.
Yeah, I was just like, I see you staring. No, you don't, bitch.
No, you're not.
Oh my God. Where is the picture?
No, I'm fine. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not fine. Don't say you're fine.
Yeah, you're definitely not fine.
I'm having a hard time to see it. Yeah, she couldn't see past her.
Right.
Oh, wow, that's not nice. And she knew she was standing in front of somebody's show.
Oh, but she had a good time. We all had a good time. This white couple behind us. I don't really know
That
his
girl,
name.
the short one, could have stood on her seat.
Yeah.
And still wouldn't have made it.
Still, no,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have been able. She was short, Mikkel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe the sisters crowded together, because at that point, like...
She needs to be like in a front row somewhere.
Right. Let me tell you, Nelly came out. He did his thing. And it was like hit after hit after hit. I'm just like,
Did he do tip drill? It must be your ass because it ain't your face.
I know, he didn't. He definitely didn't do that. Yes, that was BET Uncut. I remember that. That's when the credit card swiped down the girl's phone. Yeah, definitely didn't.
That's the music video I learned how to twerk.
Oh, really? Where has they gotten you now?
Nowhere. A stiff back and bad knees.
So Nelly did his thing. I mean, he had crowd participation. At first, I was worried.
No, you don't. One thing you don't have to be worried about is Cornell.
Yeah,
okay?
well, when you stick that microphone out,
hey, listen,
you better hope that they...
Listen.
Because the first time, I was like,
everybody who was in that Janet concert was around for Nelly.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
It's not like you were at a Glow or a Haley and Holly concert.
Okay.
And Nelly came out as the opening act. No, you were at a Janet concert.
Right.
So everybody in there was old enough to know who the fuck Nelly was.
Okay.
And remember the hits.
Yeah.
So one thing about him, he ain't got to worry about sticking nothing out and ain't nobody reacting.
The first time, that's why I got
Didn't
nervous.
catch that one.
Well, stop it. Stop. Because I did hear it. All right. You probably, never mind.
Well,
I'm not going to go.
Listen, it doesn't matter the size. It's Nelly. Because remember, it wasn't that big.
It's not yeah. But, I mean, they still would have put their mouth there.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't?
Yeah. I know you would.
Hey, well, sometimes things happen in life that are out of our control.
Well,
and sometimes,
but you know they got stuff that is not an extender, but they have something you can put over.
Let me tell you something, baby. You don't have to extend nothing.
They have something you can put over top, and it gives you a little bit more length.
I've dealt with smaller. You don't have to extend anything.
First of all
you have to do is sit down and relax, and I shall do.
Yeah, lay back and let me do all the work. You know, Janet says that on the song.
Yeah, with how that song, turn off the lights and let's get.
No, you don't even got to turn the lights off.
No, actually, you don't.
Because
right
I'm
about
sick.
that. You right about that? You have to turn nothing off.
When I tell you, Nelly puts on a show, and I was happy to see him, and he looks good.
Well,
like you could see
Can I ask you
everything.
a question? Excuse me. When has Nelly never
No, but I'm just saying, you know,
he's always looked good.
he looks
even when he had that
good.
Band-Aid on his face, he looked good.
He looks good.
And as he got older and he started matured and started wearing the form-fitting clothes and hello.
And when he
looks good.
he exited with Hot in Here. And I mean, that place was going.
Yeah. I was like, good gracious, Ashley's bodacious.
Yes. Do you like when that song was out? You couldn't get it off the radio.
You couldn't.
Every time, Power 99,
Yep.
Q102.
It was like every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes.
Every channel.
What was that? 2003, 2002,
2002, 2003, and that was the summer too.
Yep.
Oh,
it's getting hot in here. So
Baby,
take off
all your clothes.
I am getting, and that year that song came out, and the block parties here in Philly, oh, everybody was yelling.
Yes. So yeah, he did his thing, and so then I went to go meet up with Daryl afterwards, and you know we talked a good talk, and then I was just like, all right, bitch, you know how Janet do, so let me get down here. We get there. Janet's show.
I had cousins that went.
But I tell you, I sang the whole time. Like, same thing like last year. Not the same songs, but she added songs that only her fans would know. And she had more dancers with her this time. I think it was like 6 or 7, got no females. And she had outfit changes.
Her mic was on too. I heard a few clips.
Yeah.
I was like,
on certain parts.
Yeah.
You know how she do.
Yeah.
But it was a good.
Yeah. She looked very good. I'll give her that.
You would not know that was an almost 60-year-old woman.
No, you wouldn't. She looked very good. She looked very good. When I saw the pictures and some of the videos I said, oh, wow.
Yes.
One thing about her, when it's time to go on tour, that body's going to be put together.
Okay.
And that's one thing I actually like about her, because she can go all year looking a little chubby. But when it's time to go on tour,
Yes.
body's gonna be snatched. And she's gonna let you know, bitch, I've been in this studio dancing and rehearsing and getting my body together. And she always looks good.
I need to go to another show.
Well,
Like I got my money's worth. I was at first I was just like, I ain't have to spend this much just to be on the floor. But it was so fucking worth it. Like, and just the crowd, people you don't know, and y'all just dancing, hugging, and all of that, just having a real good time. And that's what you want to feel like. You want to forget about all your troubles that you have. And she did perform Escapade too. Like, you want to forget about all your troubles. You just want to have a good time. Someone to entertain you for 90 minutes to 2 hours. Like, that's what you want. And that's what I got. And not even just with Janet and Nelly. I'm happy for the people who also got to experience Chris Brown this
the next
week.
day.
Yeah, because Chris Brown came the next day, and he was here Saturday night. And Janice sent me a text, and she was like, "Oh, Brooklyn ain't got nothing on Philly."
Yeah, she sent me something. She invited me, but I couldn't go. I couldn't even. She invited me. Damn it! You know the numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
The names and faces pop up.
There it goes.
Where? Oh yeah.
You got a screen protector? I could still say.
And she invited me, but I wouldn't be able to go. I wasn't able to go. I mean, I would have loved to have one, but I wasn't going to be able to go.
Yeah, my friends was trying to get me to go to New York, and then they switch all the plans. I don't know how that happened, but you know how somebody get you hype about something, and then I can't do, like that's how I was on Saturday. But that's all right because I got a chance to just lay down. I had a chance to lay down Sunday, relax, and I enjoyed my day off yesterday. But I just enjoyed this. Everybody going to see Janet and Nelly, people seeing Chris Brown, like, and you didn't hear nothing bad happening at these shows. Everybody just was fucking tamed, and that's what we want, you know. And the next show that I plan on going to is Missy, Sierra, and Busta. I haven't bought my ticket yet.
When is that coming?
They're coming. First of all, I'm mad that they're coming on a Monday. But Monday, August the 5th?
At the Wells Fargo?
Wells Fargo. I think it's the 3rd. Because that Saturday would be the 1st. So they're going to be here the 3rd. Make sure my rent for August is in before I be trying to party any goddamn week. Okay? I just paid rent today. I hate paying rent.
Yeah, well, listen.
Oh, my God.
Listen, let me tell you something right now. You don't pay that rent?
You won't have...
You won't be partying with Missy, Sierra, and Busta.
I'll be out in that parking lot.
You'll be out there in that parking lot partying for Missy, Busta, and Sierra. Because as their tour buses are riding past you, you'll be out there shucking and driving. Hey!
Y'all here for Missy? Anybody got tickets?
Anybody got tickets?
And this time, I didn't see any scalpers. Here, maybe because I was so out of it because that lady made me cry. Nothing else mattered. Nothing else mattered. All we wanted to do was go to the entrance where we can go down to the floor. And that's what we did. It was just really a fun time. I haven't been
inside of the Wells Fargo for a concert in years.
Well, it still looked the same.
Because my girl moved
I know, bitch, don't do it. I know where you was going.
No. That's no shade to Janet. I'm just saying overall because... Beyond, you know, I rarely go to concerts like that. If it ain't Beyonce, I ain't going. But Beyonce moved out of, so I haven't been inside the Wells Fargo, and it's just like, wow, like I haven't been in there in a long time. I wish I would have gone to the Chris Brown concert. I would have really enjoyed myself, but I couldn't go.
Everybody, my friends went. Everybody had. He said, Mikkel, when he said that, when I tell you, nobody was in the hallways trying to get concession food or anything.
For Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Everybody Chris Brown is an entertainer.
He said everybody was there and he said nobody was sitting down.
No.
The whole
And he dances his ass off.
Yeah.
And he looks good. He looks good. He does not look how he did, 10 years ago when he was looking bad. Yeah. He looks good now. And I love these meet and greet pictures that he's doing with these females. I just love it.
Is he love how he's females?
Well, no, I mean, he has some men, but you know, the females are really paying that much money to meet him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love him because he's enjoying himself in the pictures, whatever. And I know they're asking him, but hey, he's going along with it, grabbing their ass, bending them over. But I love it. He re-gifted a handicap. Do you see that? A handicap fan gave her back her money and plus $10,000. I just love how he's interacting, and I love the fact that Chris Brown just looks good. He doesn't look like he did when he was
out there.
He looks good. He's dancing. He's performing. He's on tour. He looks good. I hate the fact, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I hate the fact that he wasn't a part of Usher's tribute.
Yeah, they got to pay for that part.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, that's a segue moving into that.
Well, yeah. So, I hope y'all enjoyed the free view. I hope y'all let me know what concerts y'all going to or y'all have been to. I'm so glad Beyonce didn't say anything about ticket prices. I am so, because I know a tour's coming, but I got to talk about her because.
My only thing is, Beyonce, I need you to get this hype back up for Cowboy Carter.
Yes, because Cowboy Carter came and went.
It came and went.
It came and went, baby.
It came and went. And I'm thinking to myself, are you going to do a tour, or is it going to be as big as it was stadium-wise? Mm-hmm. It could be like theaters. Maybe because she's probably looking at the hype for Now, granted, when Cowboy Carter first came out, everybody was talking about Cowboy Carter. Mm-hmm. But nobody's talking about it anymore. And it's like,
yeah.
And to be quite honest with you, Kevin, I keep thinking, every time I see her, I keep thinking, well, is it a tour coming? Because we don't see her that much when she's doing a tour.
No.
When she's preparing for a tour, you don't see her. Mm-hmm. But I keep seeing her.
Well, I mean, she posted something with
the other
Bodyguard.
day. Well, she posted something the other day. Her and Jay-Z, they were in the Hamptons, and it was them.
Oh, she's enjoying her summer.
Yeah,
she's not.
Yeah, she's enjoying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
she literally posted this on, and her and Jay-Z were walking to the pier, and they got on a boat, and she posted like this collage of them. But somebody had posted a picture of them. It was like a fan picture or a paparazzi picture. Her and Jay-Z were driving in the Hamptons, and they had their kids in the back seat. So they are enjoying themselves. And I'm like, you don't see Beyonce like this when she's about to do a tour. She's usually somewhere hidden, preparing for the tour. So, this is her the other day.
Child.
You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't do any of this when she's about to go on tour.
Why they remind me of the "Why Don't You Love Me" video? I know.
I don't think this is July. Was it? No, this is not July 4th. Whatever. Yeah. So she was enjoying herself.
Oh, yeah.
So her and her man are out there, and she's doing these collages and all this stuff. She said, "What tour? What tour?" I didn't say I was going on tour. Y'all did.
All right. So for those that's watching on YouTube, head on over to Instagram. Head on over to Patreon and subscribe. It's only $5. $5 to subscribe. $5 a month. I can sure use your subscriptions. I have a 40th birthday coming up, and I can sure have a good party. If y'all help, contribute by subscribing. I hope to see you over on Patreon. So that's the end of this video. So see y'all.